What is going on, lovely people? This is David Lyon, founder of Evolving Man. In this video, I want to talk about the dark night of the soul. I want to talk about what it is, what you might be experiencing. I want to share with you my experience of it and how to move through it. So before I go into that, I just want to mention that this video is heavily inspired by my dear friend Aaliyah Washington from the Perception Trainers. Amazing person, amazing content. Do check her stuff out. So the dark night of the soul is basically a time in your life, a period where things seem to be falling apart, where nothing is working, where you feel very low in energy, you feel like you don't understand how things operate. The way that you used to do things does not work any longer, but there's no like new solution or anything. So it's basically feeling pretty heavy, without a lot of direction, not knowing what to do about it. And then a lot of stories around it can come up, like, life is against me, there's something wrong with me, and so on and so forth. But in general, it's a time that is challenging, where you don't have clear direction, and things are not working the way you thought they would. So those are things that you experience during a dark night of the soul. Now, what I think is a big misunderstanding in this, and what I also only recently really learned, is that there is nothing bad or wrong about a dark night of the soul. I want to go deeper into this. Like, what is it that is dark about it? What is it that feels so challenging? What is it that makes it feel like things are falling apart? Well, it's basically the way that you've been viewing life, your understanding of how life works. Like, what is it that I need to do to to feel joy and bliss and move out of suffering? What is it that I need to do to create the life that I dream about, to follow my desires? Basically, your way of thinking, you notice, is not working any longer. It's like the way you've been conditioned to see life is not working, and so you're being confronted with that. And because your thinking about life is really deeply inside of you, it's not just mental, it's deeply in your nervous system. It's what you inherited from your caretakers. Basically, the first 7 years, you're so open and you're taking in how your caretakers are viewing the world. And in most cases, how your parents, in most cases, think about life is usually inaccurate, is usually not how life truly works. So at some point you will get to the stage of, fuck, this way of doing things is not working. Like, emotionally manipulating people to get what I want is not really working, is not really making me happy. Doing what others expect of me does not really make me happy. And so the dark night of the soul it's not a punishment, or it's not something that went wrong. It's basically you seeing that the way that you've been operating, like your operating system, your thoughts, they are incorrect. And so you're experiencing the heaviness and the pain of breaking yourself against these beliefs, because they're not right. And so in that sense, it's an incredible blessing that you're going through this, because it means it's a death process of a perception on life that is not true. And so what will emerge on the other side once you move through is a more intelligent, more complex perspective on how life really works. And so that will empower you to actually create what you want, to actually be happy, to actually create what you desire. So it's a good thing that you're going through the dark night of the soul. It's a death process, and death processes are uncomfortable, and we don't want to be in them. And they are deeply humiliating, because you're so confronted with the fact that what you think how life works is not how it actually works. And one of the things that we can easily fall into, that I mentioned in the beginning, is, okay, life is against me, because life used to work in a certain way, but now it doesn't any longer. It's almost like life changed its rules, but it's not. It's just you realize that your thoughts do not work any longer. And then the other thing is, okay, there's something deeply wrong with me. And in a way, those are all ways to avoid the one thing that as long as we avoid this, we're not going to move through the dark night of the soul, but we're going to get stuck somewhere on the way, which is embracing how fucking little we know. That's the deep humiliation. It's like, whoa, I thought I knew how life works, and now I'm being shown that I was completely wrong. And it's not like, they're magically all the clarity is coming up, but I'm in this place of, I have no idea how life actually works. I have no idea how to create meaningful, lasting relationships. I have no idea how to create a successful business. I have no idea, whatever it is that is important to you. It's like, you have to come to this place of, I don't know. And this is a really uncomfortable, scary place, because it means that you're really dropping the way that you've been viewing life. And so it's so uncomfortable for us humans to be in this place that we cling to the old beliefs, like to the limiting beliefs about there's something wrong with me and life is against me and this and that. It's safer, it's in a way more comfortable to cling onto these beliefs, or to hold on to these beliefs, than to let go and to be like, whoa, there's so freaking little that I know. And that is the one thing that you need to do if you want to move through, right? Like, as long as I hold on to my beliefs, they cannot die. They cannot come to this place of, okay, the lifespan of this particular belief is over. Now I'm in this place of void, of emptiness, and at some point something new will emerge. That is how we move out of a dark night of the soul. But if I'm not willing to go into the void, if I'm holding on to these things here, I will not come to this new realization. So the quintessence of what I want to share in this video is, if you're going through something like this, like a deep change process in your life where things are not working the way that they used to, this is absolutely good. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you for going through that. It's a sign of evolution and maturity that you're willing to face this. And the big challenge for you in this place is to embrace not knowing, to embrace that you don't know what the next stage is. You don't know if you sense that your job is coming to an end, that you don't know what the next job will be. You don't know how your next relationship will look like. You just don't know. And that's a very challenging place to be in, and it takes a lot of practice to stay with the sensations of that rather than to fall into the stories, which are always a way to avoid the discomfort that is in this place of not knowing. Okay? So you have my support and encouragement. I've gone through dark nights of the soul several times in my life, and I wouldn't be standing here and talk about this if I would not have embraced this place of not knowing, right? So my kind of connection to men's work has come from my first really deep dark night of the soul. So you have my support and encouragement. If you have any questions, or if you want to share your experience, please do in the comments or send me a message. Give this video a like if you resonate with it, and share it if you think more people should see it. And as always with Evolving Man, you're seen, you're loved, you're appreciated. Keep evolving, and I shall talk to you soon. Peace.